Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Christopher Michael Curtis Bowen, on this afternoon edition of Fire of Liberty, where we continue to transcend, unite, and unify throughout the entire world as we establish ourselves and realize in ourselves and realize as a planet and realize as a whole that we have the capabilities of doing, conquering, and accepting and being able to master any type of situation, challenge, and applicable situation that arises. Understanding, we are the best of the best, and the knowing of the kinds of memories that we hold, that we remember, the types of skills that we developed, and our ability to be absolutely more and beyond than sustainable, stable, and abundance, living in absolute abundance of unlimitedness. Our legacy as a planet is only the beginning of the facilitation of our most strong-bodied, able-bodied beings, works, functions, and existences. And to be alive and to be really, truly united and awakened is a fantastic product of a very spectacular beginning toward that which is an accelerated evolution. And this evolution is grand. It really, really is. This is an excitement. This is more of a declaration of just the honest truth of extraordinary change which has happened, which is happening, which is underway, and it's absolutely spectacular because what's going on is not only an elevated level of freedom, but the advancement of our very soul, of our bodies, of our capabilities, of our abilities, of our magical powers as, magicians, as true warriors of light, as true light workers, as true beings of light, as star children, star seeds, indigo children, violet children. Along with the violet flame, we're able to take anything and create it and turn it into something grander, just like bees. We actually are not only the ones attracting honeybees, but we are the honeybees. We're able to create the honeycomb and able to develop our bees, and from all the way from the seed to the form of life that developed into the bee that's able to be a miraculous addition to the honey hive, which is always growing, which is always developing. There's more honey, and there's a lot more larvae, and there's a beautiful amount of work gathering, going to and from flowers of different colors, different kinds, different scents. What we are able to do now is actually be able to create, and peacefully create. So what that means is we can peacefully and intelligently create. And this is what is so fantastic about this opportunity that we got here. A grand opportunity, because here's one of the grand things that we have ability to do now. And this is just jumping up on the reins and just making it happen. We're going to create plants just as we, ourselves, versions of ourselves, ancestors, if you want to call them, our elder ones, whatever type of term you wanted to use. We created plants. We created all the life that was here on Earth, from the animals to the insects to the plants. What we need to do now is create some plants. So we're going to create some new flowers. We're going to create some new vines. We're going to create some new fruit. And these fruits are going to be, of course, more fulfilling of the life force, and this is what allows us to actually have our bodies be stronger. Now, our whatever type of strong body is going to be developed from the plants that are in existence now to the plants that are in existence for the betterment, which are new, which are of our creation. We can use that spectacular ability to, of course, enhance ourselves, and therefore enhance our inner kingdom, and therefore enhance the entire universe. So that's one of the grand things that we need to do now. Plants. Realizing the importance of plants, perhaps even getting down to the nitty-gritty when it comes to farming ourselves, when it comes to knowing and being knowledgeable about the plants, and also when it comes to the creation. of new products, of new food that are which is very important. It's of extraordinary exquisitry, because this food has not ever been witnessed by the eye before. So what does this mean? Spectacular. I mean, this is of course next level. Spectacular evolutionary creations of manifested taste, touch, color, sight. So we're having colors that have never been seen before, are more vibrant. Same thing with the earth. It's going to be more vibrant and more healing and more exponentially growing and healing as well. Life force is going to be contained in a positive way. Just look up the type of food that's in the life force of, or in the food of the inner kingdom. Shambhala, for a grand example. Beautiful, healthy food that contains life force. The products are, once again, similar to, except better, similar to the products that are there in Agartha, Shambhala. However, this creation, of course, for example, the types of meat that taste just better than any type of meats that actually are meats, we're going to be able to create that type of product out of a type of, believe it or not, out of a type of soy material, out of a type of tofu material, but it's going to taste much, much better than any type of meat on the surface, which therefore allows our, and the reason why I do this is to wean humanity off the meat eating, which tends, I'm pretty sure I'm right here, but tends to cause fear in the animals themselves, who are and then that tends to cause, let's put this in a positive light. Without needing to have any type of desire to eat meat, it does benefits for the entire animal kingdom and therefore the plant kingdom. So we put less stress and therefore more relief on plants and animals, and therefore that entire cycle is much more healthier in less than one generation. Same thing, of course, with many different types of modifications of advanced levels of attitude towards our culture. Is very grand and it has been attributed to a lot of changes, but it needs to change. It needs to be more intuitive, meaning more intellectual, more smart. It needs to be able to really, 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 really mature, meaning it has to be the best. It has to be absolutely number one, no matter what happens in that situation, in that standard, and in that predicament in which we are to apply ourselves. The same thing is incredibly important with any type of change towards a more beneficial, enlightened understanding of what evolution is. We must continually be aware of that which is always a process of evolving, getting better, not the opposite. Because it is important to reiterate, that does happen. It really, really does happen at times. And so that's also something that, of course, nobody wants, which is a lack, but more of a grander purpose, which everybody has, and therefore everybody wants to excel towards. Of course, once again, I've already rated this before, but it's of course very possible to eliminate not only all, let's use the T word, eliminate all terror, but replace it with something even grander and grander. What you have is an incitement to do something that causes more peace, more resiliency of positivity and life, lustful, in terms of creating something grander. A very, very interesting word of using that L word, but what does that mean? Like a hunger for perfection, in a sense, and a hunger for doing something grander, for doing something more peaceful, more spectacular, and having a more peaceful, positive, everlasting impact and change here on our planet Earth, which is, the Earth Kingdom. That puts in perspective how, once again, our own responsibilities and our own powers also puts in perspective the important change that we are and that we just emanate. So regardless, we have that ability, we have that power, we have that mentality, and we have the wisdom, and therefore we have that learning lessons and experience to do so. This is your host, Christopher Michael Curtis Bowen, on this beautiful, brand new, very grand celebration of Earth Kingdom, which we've developed into due to hard work, sweat, perseverance, and dedication, communication, commitment, courage, and attitude of very, very grand, wanting to change for the better. Love you all. We'll continue to transcend, elevate, evolve, and be incredibly, incredibly strong, powerful, grand, light beings.